अच्छा। अच्छा।
Suprabhat, am I audible? Volume. Am I audible at the back? It's on. Suprabhat, audible. Suprabhat, am I audible at the back? Not audible? Suprabhat, am I audible at the back? Can somebody signal me? Fantastic. Thank you. Good morning to everyone who is present here on this joyous and auspicious occasion. Before we start the program, I must tell everyone that there is a slight change in the program, and we'll start our offline proceedings first and then follow up on the online proceedings, which will start at 11:30. So I am Dr. Mudrika, Dean of Alumni and Corporate Relations here at IIT Hyderabad, and also faculty in Material Science and Metallurgical Engineering. And it is my immense pleasure to welcome you all to IIT Hyderabad and also to IIT Fraternity, because of which this day has been possible. May I request you all to please sit down, take your places before we start the program. While you all settle down, maybe we'll just take a quick look at our campus. Requesting Raghu to please play the video. So as the video loads up, I also want to mention today we have gathered here when the campus development project of IIT Hyderabad will be dedicated to the nation by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the presence of our own governor and director and chairman board of governors IIT Hyderabad, along with IITH fraternity and all the well-wishers who have made time to be present here. Raghu, can you please play the video? So while the IIT fraternity has worked incessantly towards the national goals and the betterment of the society, this gesture makes it even more prominent and reinforces the feeling of solidarity towards the goal to serve the nation. On this occasion, IITH is privileged to witness the ever-gracious presence of Dr. Tamilisai Soundarajan, Honorable Governor of Telangana and Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. We also have Mr. Hiroshi Suzuki, Ambassador Extraordinary of Japan to India, joining us online. And also Ms. Satsuki Imoto, Vice President JICA, Japan International Cooperation Agency, and we acknowledge the presence and ever-gracious support of JICA. Let's have a look at the campus. So IIT Hyderabad started in 2008. That's when the foundation was laid. And today, after 15 years of our existence, we stand unparalleled to any other older IIT. We started our journey in a very small campus in Ordnance Factory in 2008. In 2016 or 17, we moved here. And today we stand very strong. You can see the International Guest House. We have a lake behind, convention center, which is where you are right now. There are two main buildings, Technology Innovation Park and Technology Research Park. We believe that we should be creators of job rather than just seekers. We are housed to about 4,700 students, about 6,000 alumni, maintaining a very good balance of undergraduate and postgraduate population. You can see in the center our research complex. You can see the phase one. This is our admin building, which is where all the dignitaries, director, deans are based. This Department of Design, a very unique building. Lecture hall complex, very recently inaugurated. We are very, very strong on research. So research is something that we take a huge pride in, along with all the outreach and academic activities. You can also enjoy very unique features of each of the building, where the research that goes inside the building is thematically depicted by the buildings. That's Biomed and Biotech building. From the top, it's like a chromosome. Inside, it has a lot of helices, which is a signature of the building and the research. That is Material Science building, designed like an electron microscope. Chemistry building. That's civil engineering building. Again, a very unique structure which has a steel building in the front and concrete at the back. Probably the only building, academic building in the country, which is steel. That's chemical engineering building. One of the first buildings to be started on campus. Electrical and computer science engineering building. That's core laboratory for all the undergraduate laboratories. Solar farm, we have recently also got an approval for 3.5 megawatt production. New hostels, as we become more and more popular, more and more students joining us. New facilities have been created, including the new dining hall. And one of the pride on the campus is our SNCC, the sports complex. So we name it and the facility is there. Any sports facility, we name it, and most of it can be enjoyed on the campus. That's the open air theater, one of the largest screens that is there in Hyderabad probably. We already have a fully autonomous vehicle on campus which runs every day. That's Tihan, another pride for the campus, autonomous navigation hub. So that was a brief journey or the current status of IIT Hyderabad. And if you have time later, it will be really nice to take you around to the campus, those of you who have not visited campus before. Right. So as I said, the first segment of this program has been swapped. So I would like to invite Dr. Rajan, Director, Professor B.S. Murthy, Board of Governors Chairman, Dr. Vivian Mohan Reddy, to kindly grace the dais. So Vidhi, can you please escort them? Those who are standing at the back may please occupy the seats.
Now this is Embassy of Japan. Can you hear me? Excuse me.
So let us put our hands together to welcome our own governor, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan. We welcome you, ma'am. Chairman Board of Governors, Dr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy, and Professor B.S. Murthy, Director, IIT Hyderabad. May I please request Chairman Board of Governors to kindly welcome ma'am with a small memento, which is a plant. So Vidhi and Gauri, can you please escort? So this plant is a signature of ever-going relationship that we have and all the blessings, ma'am, that we have received. I think we are one of the very few privileged campuses that sees governor for our very important events and never say a no for our request. Thank you so much, ma'am. May I also request all of you to kindly join us for the lighting of the lamp?
Yeah, the air conditioning is there.
Their administration can hear totally than the CM might have been.
It's going to be the week now.
No, I think you can we 4 times I travel.
शुभम करोति कल्याणम आरोग्यम धन संपदा शत्रु बुद्धि विनाशाय दीप ज्योतिर नमस्तुते. The accurate meaning of this shlok is I fold my hands before the light that brings prosperity, auspiciousness, good health, abundance of wealth, and destruction of the enemy's intellect. Here, darkness symbolizes the enemy's intellect, and with the arrival of light, darkness disappears. Likewise, God's grace destroys the darkness.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you, Suviti. So may I dare to start this day with a small quotation from a very, very famous speech. Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny. And now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. A moment comes, which comes but real in history, when we stop out for the old to new, when an age ends, and when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance. I don't need to declare which speech this part is of, and I see that this gesture today, when we dedicate our already existing efforts to the nation, will rekindle the joy of being a patriot or serving the society along with international cooperation. Without further ado, let me invite Chairman, Board of Governors, Vivian Reddy, for the opening remarks, please, sir. Maybe you can, sir, use this one.
Honorable Governor Srimati Tamilsai Soundararajan Garu, Professor B.S. Murthy, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you. In the annals of history of IIT Hyderabad, today is a very momentous day. IIT Hyderabad has been in existence for the last 15 years. And with the relentless amount of effort that all of you have put, we built brick by brick in making this wonderful campus. You saw what we all has happened in this particular campus over a period of last 15 years. It's just not filling the space of 523 acres, but actually building a campus with several facilities, the infrastructure, the laboratories, and several more. Today we'll have the honor of having this campus dedicated to the nation by Hon'ble Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi in about half an hour or so from now. So it is indeed a very unique occasion, a momentous occasion for all of us. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank every stakeholder, starting with our director, our deans, our faculty, our non-teaching staff, our students, and equally important, all the workers who put their tireless efforts to make this campus what it is today. Let's join our hands to thank all of them for what they have done so far. I also like to especially call out the effort from the Japanese government in supporting this institution, not only in terms of financial support. We also had support from them in making sure we have this friendship program, which I guess it's futuristic research at IIT to experience network, to expand networks, network development with the scientific temper. So this particular initiative has already benefited a couple of hundred of our students. But equally important, the amount of money that came in, which helped us in terms of doing the phase 2 of our campus. So on this occasion, I'd like to thank the Japanese ambassador and also the JICA representatives for all the support and help that they did for building the IIT Hyderabad campus. Can you join your hands to thank them, please? Thank you. So we got the campus, 15 years, crystal year has happened. Number of achievements have also happened along with this campus. Very quickly, we climbed to the position called number 8 as far as the NIRF ranking is concerned for technology institutions. And we consistently maintained that rank of number 8 for the last 8 consecutive years. We ranked number 3 in innovation across the country, from any technology institution. We're ranked number 14 for the R&D effort that we do in any technology institution. Today, the ecosystem that we created, some of that you saw there, whether it is the Technology Incubation Park, the Technology Research Park, the School of Innovation Entrepreneurship, all of them are very unique by themselves. So it's a combination of academic excellence, research, innovation, entrepreneurship, which makes this institution very unique. And I believe that will continue this tradition of growing from strength to strength in years to come. Let me move on to say, so where are we today? We are in the middle of a major technology revolution. People like me, where are in my life, I've seen enough of change in technology. But trust me, I haven't seen a technology change of what's happening today. The acceleration in technology has never been experienced by mankind so far. But technology always came to the help of mankind. Every time, whether it's first, second, third, fourth industrial revolutions that we have seen, we've seen the improvement in productivity. We've seen improvement in efficiency. The comforts have gone up. The economic upliftment has happened. So today too, with the new technologies that are coming in, we are extremely positive at this point of time to say we will see more amount of progress that will happen. More amount of progress because there are a lot more new technologies which are there in the anvil. Name, for instance, quantum computing, which I'm sure some of our researchers in IIT Hyderabad are on the leading edge of it. Or look at the communication technologies like the 5Gs and the 6Gs and so on and so forth. It's just not these two technologies, but you look at nanomaterials, genomics, genomic sequencing that's there. And what we're seeing is technology will become all pervasive. It's impacting every aspect of humanity. So therefore, you have a greater role and a responsibility as IIT Hyderabad to play in years to come. So you have to take on this responsibility to ensure that you contribute. So what do I conclude by calling on you? Three things I think I should like to see. We now live at a time which is called the Amrit Kal, the 25 years of Indian, last 25 years before the 100 years comes for Indian independence. In this Amrit Kal, I challenge every one of you to work towards the goal of making sure that IIT Hyderabad becomes one of the top 100 education institutions in the world. That's what I think we should aim at. If we want to get to that, I think there's several things that you're doing right now, several things that you have to do much more aggressively. But I will just call out two things. One is we should definitely look at more of internationalization, more amount of international collaboration, and certainly, I think we should see more amount of international reputation. Let me start from the end. Reputation will come with better publications that we would have. Publications which will probably attract the attention of everybody around the globe. And internationalization, I think we've already seen some of the IITs setting up campuses outside India. We should do that too. And so also with the collaboration, some of them are happening, more have to happen. That's my first thing, if you were to truly get to that 100. But equally important when you get to the 100, the impact has to be local. It is very gratifying that on 10th of January 2024, US Congress, which is the ultimate authority in terms of legislation in the United States, passed a resolution thanking the IITians for their commitment and dedication in terms of furthering research, innovation, and also bilateral trade between the nations. While that is amazing, outstanding, but I think it's equally important that we have to focus on our local problems. Our local problems are equally important. That's my second call. The last and the final one is, whatever we do in terms of technology, we should definitely bring about a social impact. I'm sure all of you have seen, all of you have read, there are several reports that I've seen. In the last 10 years, India has been in a position to pull out as many as 271 million people from extreme poverty. Amazing. Very, very gratifying. But equally important is there are at least under 15%, which is under 200 million people plus, who are still in extreme poverty in this nation. So it is your responsibility to use a technology to ensure we also uplift them. So it's a great event for all of us, great event for all of you who contributed tirelessly. Congratulations on that count. And again, thanks to our Honorable Governor for being with us, and we will continue this program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite our director, Professor P.S. Murthy, for his address to this gathering.
Governor, Dr. Mrs. Tamilsai Soundararajan. She has always been with us, blessing us in every moment of our celebration, in every moment of our growth. Last 4 years, I have been seeing her for every event that we invite. She never says no. Thank you, madam. We are really honored to have you. And our BOG chairman, our beloved chairman, Mohan Reddy Garu, the longest serving BOG chairman in any IIT system. Okay, he has been with us for more than 12 years now, which is an amazing record in the whole IIT system. And he has really nurtured IIT Hyderabad to where we are today, at a stage where our none other than our Honorable Prime Minister is dedicating IIT Hyderabad to the nation. IIT Hyderabad, which came as a second generation IIT in 2008, always wanted to be different in every aspect and wanted to see how we can come out of the straight-jacketed way of learning. Most of us, all the professors sitting here would know that when we were all students, undergraduate students, it was more or less the very straight-jacketed learning. Very little of interdisciplinarity was there. Whereas IIT Hyderabad, from the day one, has always thought how we can bring in more freedom. We strongly believe at IIT Hyderabad that education should be student-centric. So it should give flexibility, it should bring freedom to the students so that they can choose what they want to. For example, we have an undergraduate program at IIT Hyderabad, which is called Engineering Sciences, madam, B.Tech in Engineering Sciences, which no other IIT, where a student can join and in 4 years, they can pick up any subjects of their choice. A few mechanical, few electrical, few computer science, and finish the whole 4 years in principle. Okay, which is a very unique and I would say a revolutionary model of doing. Similarly, we have something called fractal academics that we have something called fractal academics, madam, where a student, particularly first year students, pick up a number of half a credit, 1 credit kind of courses and then learn a breadth first and then decide what do they like more and then go deeper by taking 2 credit and 3 credit courses. This also encourages people from outside to come and give talks here. For example, our own Honorable President Abdul Kalam sir, who taught a half a credit course at IIT Hyderabad. In fact, our own BOG chairman teaches a 1 credit course at IIT Hyderabad, probably the only BOG chairman among all IITs who teaches a course in their institute. So this is an honor that IIT Hyderabad. And how was that made possible? Because we have this fractal academics. So similarly, we have started doing, how do we ensure more and more of flexibility? We have now revised our whole curriculum to ensure that your departmental major is not more than 60%. So 40% of the subjects come outside your department so that you have an overall personality development. 10% of these courses come from what is called liberal arts and creative arts. Every undergraduate student has to go through 10% of the credits which are liberal arts and creative arts. So that way we are ensuring that the students go out of IIT Hyderabad as overall personality groomed up. And that is something which is helping. We even now say that if a student says at the end of finishing 50% of the courses at the end of second year, says that I have learned enough, let me go and experiment outside. We give them a diploma now. Okay, one of the fewer IITs which does this. And we tell them that we give you 5 years time if you want to come back and complete the remaining portion. So this is another. And also if there is a brilliant student who completes all the credits within 3 years, we even now give them a degree at the end of third year, provided they have a very good CGPA. So even to that extent. So we wanted to see how we can encourage more and more students to choose what they want. Okay. In addition, we also strongly believe that Atmanirbharta can come only when you encourage innovation among the students. So we have something called build projects, bold and unique ideas leading to development. Every year, twice we call for proposals from students. And if the student's project is chosen, we give them funding, we provide mentorship. We have a building among the buildings that you have seen, something called TIP, Technology Innovation Park. 1.5 lakh square foot building where we give them space for them to work on. And we also go to the extent, we also tell them that if you think that your courses are restricting you to work on your dream project, we give them a semester break with 6 credits. A first semester BTech student in principle at IIT Hyderabad can take a semester break. Again, you don't hear this in most of the places. That is what you would have seen has helped in the last 5 years to a large extent that we have got more than 150 startups which have created more than 1,200 crores of revenue and more than 1,000 jobs. When second year, third year BTech students give jobs to their employees for their own startup, sitting in the hostel room, they are all doing this, madam. Okay, that is the beauty of an environment that we are trying to create. We have a department of entrepreneurship. We started with minor in entrepreneurship, which is a pet subject of our BOG chairman, Mohan Reddy Garu. And then we have moved on to an MTech in techno entrepreneurship, where a student at the end of 2-year program comes up with a prototype of a model and a business model for it. He not only knows how to build a product, but also knows how to sell that product. Okay, so we have an engineering faculty and an entrepreneurship faculty jointly supervising. So even to that extent, we have grown. So all this is helping us to move in a direction where we help the country to grow significantly, so that not only Atmanirbharta, but also to ensure that we are a global leader and a global player. So all this is thanks to all my faculty, students and staff sitting here. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you friends. And of course, as Dr. Mohan Reddy Garu pointed out, we have a strong support coming from Japan through the friendship program and through the support of infrastructure. In fact, Japanese companies come every year to recruit our students. Recently, I went to Suzuki Corporation in Japan, and I had a lunch with 25 of our students in Suzuki, working in Suzuki. I think possibly the only IIT which has an honor of Indian students working in a single company in Japan. So that's the kind of, whenever I go there, I have a dinner with our alumni. Thanks to this friendship program, almost 150 to 200 of our alumni are only in Tokyo. Okay, so that is the level of interaction that we have. Well, I would like to place on record on this particular occasion the support that Japan and JICA have been giving, and the Japanese universities have been giving to us, and Japanese industries have been supporting IIT Hyderabad in a big way. So all these are the ones which we cherish, and we would like to move forward in this direction more and more to see how we would like to be more useful for the world. We started, the last point that I want to mention, this year we started something called Open to All Teaching, madam, where what we did was we converted all our classrooms into hybrid classrooms, a few students physically and a few students virtually. And we started asking our faculty, are you interested to teach an outsider? If so, please let us know. And once a faculty agrees to teach an outsider, we advertise saying that this is a course and this is the timetable. As long as the timetable is suitable to somebody, anybody from any corner of the world can register for only that single course. So if you want to learn, I always believed that if there is somebody who wants to learn, there has to be somebody who is willing to teach, and we need to connect both of them. And through the technology that is available now, we are able to connect this so that anybody from any corner of the world, it can be a student, it can be a faculty from some college, it can be a working professional, it can even be a homemaker. Okay, as long as you want to learn, we would be able to teach, and we are moving in that direction. And right now, about 20 such courses are running at IIT Hyderabad. We thought that India was once upon a time a Vishwaguru. We should move in the direction of once again becoming a Vishwaguru, teach the whole world. So these are all thanks to the support of all my faculty and students and staff, we are able to achieve all this. So I would like to thank all of you once again, friends, and we are eagerly looking forward to listening to Madam to give guidance to us how to move forward, and also to our Prime Minister dedicating IIT Hyderabad to the nation. Thank you very much, friends.
Thank you, sir. Before Delhi goes live, we may still have to take up a few agenda from the physical thing right now. So like Dr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy Garu said and Professor Murthy said, we are very grateful and indebted to the government of Japan, the JICA, for their ever forthcoming support. We have with us Ms. Sachiko Imoto, Vice President, Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA. Sachiko Imoto is responsible for JICA's operation in East, Central Asia, South Asia, Nepal, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Maldives, Human Development and Economic Development. She has served as the Director General of Media, Public Relations Department, and Senior Director of Office for Global Issues and Development Partnership. We welcome Imoto-san for your remarks. She is present here online with us.
Dr. Tamilisali Sondrojan, Honorable Governor of Telangana, Mr. G. Kishan Reddy, Honorable Union Minister, the Government of India, Dr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy, Chairman, Board of Governors, IITH, Professor B.S. Murthy, Director of IIT Hyderabad, His Excellency Mr. Suzuki Hiroshi, Ambassador of Japan to India, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very historic day for the India-Japan relationship as IIT Hyderabad Campus Development Project initiated in 2007 after the commitment of Prime Ministers of Japan and India is being dedicated to the nation by the Hon'ble Prime Minister of India today. And I'm happy to share the joy of huge achievement with all of you as a Senior Vice President of JICA. Over the past 17 years, the collaboration between IITH and JICA has grown significantly, which covers campus development, technical cooperation projects, and public-private partnership projects. JICA has financially supported campus development at IIT Hyderabad for upgradation of education and research environment, comprising construction of campus buildings and procurement of high-end research equipment through 2 ODA loans of around 1,500 crores of Indian rupees. Out of the 19 types of campus buildings constructed under the project, 6 were designed by Japanese experts from the University of Tokyo through JICA's support as a mark of friendship between the two countries. I am glad that the ODA loan project has been successfully completed. Our ongoing project, The Friendship, is also a shining example of collaboration between IIT Hyderabad and JICA. The project aims to support personal and organizational interactions at various levels of the faculty, industries, and students in the field of science and technology so that IIT Hyderabad can function as a platform of India-Japan academic collaboration. While the completed initiatives have laid a strong foundation for the future of IIT Hyderabad, we will have to further focus on human resource development of India in the technical field and people-to-people exchange between India and Japan. I hope that recent initiatives like the Friendship Project, IITH Japan Week, and JICA Chair Lectures will become one of the very important steps towards achieving the same. I am happy to announce that the JICA Chair Lecture will be held on 22nd February here in IIT Hyderabad in the theme of the history of Japanese architecture and the essence of IITH campus designing. IITH and JICA will invite 3 professors from the University of Tokyo who designed the remarkable buildings such as International Convention Center and Knowledge Center. Through these events, we hope that IIT Hyderabad students, faculty members, and residents from Hyderabad will further deepen their interests and understanding about Japan. And we sincerely hope all the participants will become a part of this movement for strengthening India-Japan relationships. We also hope that IITH will continue to work together with Japan utilizing the new campus buildings. JICA, on its part, will continue to cooperate with IIT Hyderabad as the closest friend of it. Before concluding, I would like to express my deep gratitude to the government of Telangana, the Ministry of Education, DEA, Ministry of Finance, the PMC, and contractors who made outstanding efforts to finish these complicated structures, and more importantly, faculty and staff of the IITH, led by the directors, both past and present, who have tremendously contributed toward the successful completion of the project. Thank you one and all, and long live India-Japan IITH friendship. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Imoto-san. We are also very honored to have Mr. Hiroshi Suzuki, Ambassador Extraordinary of Japan to India, joining us on. Yeah, actually, ma'am, we are tracking that. So, do we have any activity on the link? Not yet started. Maybe we will step down and. Yeah, sure. So, should we take up this ambassador or?
No, the point is,
So we'll take a short pause here. I'm requesting the dignitaries to please take seats in the audience in the front row. And the program from the ministry may start anytime. You can put up the screen. Yeah, order is there. So we can see the event has started. We are trying to figure out if the sound is not coming from their end.
हैं। समाज के अन्य कमजोर वर्गों को भी आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने सामाजिक, आर्थिक एवं राजनैतिक रूप से सशक्त बनाया है। अगर आंकड़ों को आप देखेंगे तो करीब 1.25 करोड़ से ज्यादा वंचितों को पिछले 5 वर्षों में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के कारण अधिकार संपन्न बनाया गया। समाज के अन्य कमजोर वर्गों को पहली बार आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने तथा अर्बन सामाजिक, आर्थिक एवं अन्य पिछड़ा वर्गों के लिए सीटों का आरक्षण प्रदान किया गया है। और आज मैं इस मंच से कहना चाहता हूं
So that was the dedication of various institutions laying a very foundational, very important stone in education being one of the important things. Like Narendra Modi, Prime Minister, said, when education is strong, when the roots are strong, the branches will be stronger and flourish. So yeah, okay. So while we proceed further, we also have with us Mr. Hiroshi Suzuki, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Japan to India, joining us online. Suzuki-san has served various roles of importance, including Executive Secretary to Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and Senior Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs, G7 and G20 Sherpa. I invite Suzuki-san for his remarks, please. So a couple of minutes have been requested while we wait for the ambassador to join. And I know Governor Ma'am has to proceed for another appointment that you have online. If it is all right, shall we proceed with address from the governor? No? Here we go. Suzuki-san, can you hear us?
Yes.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Thanks for joining us online. And I invite you to for your address, please.
Thank you. His Excellency Mr. Narendra Modi ji, Honorable Prime Minister of Bharat, His Excellency Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, Honorable Governor of Telangana, His Excellency Mr. Shyam Reddy, Honorable Union Minister for Tourism, Culture and Development of Northeast Region of India, Professor B.S. Murthy, Director, IIT Hyderabad, with Sachiko Imoto, Senior Vice President, JICA, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and my friends. Mi andariki namaskaram. On behalf of the government and people of Japan, I would like to extend my most sincere congratulations on the inauguration of the Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. I would like to express my deep gratitude to Prime Minister Modi ji for his strong leadership in realizing this very important project. I would also like to pay my respect to Professor B.S. Murthy, Director of IIT Hyderabad, for building such a wonderful campus, as well as providing best quality education to the talented students in India. IIT Hyderabad, as you know, is one of the finest and world-renowned institutions in the field of engineering, science, and technology. It is a great pleasure for the government of Japan to cooperate in the development of IIT Hyderabad. With the help of ODA provided by the Japanese government, buildings such as Student Sports and Cultural Complex, Knowledge Center, Research Centers Complex, Technology Incubation Park, Convention Center, International Beach House have been constructed on the campus of IIT Hyderabad. Some of the facilities were designed by the Japanese experts as well. These facilities will enable students to receive top-level education and conduct research effectively. In addition, Japan has been working on a project called Friendship Project to establish Japan-India Research Network. The Friendship Project offers scholarships to study in Japan and also grants for Japan-India joint research. Already, 154 Indian students are studying in Japan, and 21 joint research projects are underway with this Friendship Project. A Japan desk has also been set up in the IIT Hyderabad campus. This one-stop campus, this one-stop contact, makes it easy for anyone to pursue Japan-India collaboration. I much look forward to IIT Hyderabad becoming a hub for more and more young people interested in studying Japan, and deepens the partnership between Japan and India in the field of education. As the ambassador of Japan in India, I am committed to make year 2024 the beginning of a big bang in Japan-India people-to-people connect. Let me conclude my remarks by expressing my sincere hope that IIT Hyderabad will become a new symbol of Japan-India partnership. and many young talented students and scholars will further deepen the special partnership between Japan and India. If I were 30, 40 years younger, I would much like to study at IIT Hyderabad as well. Thank you very much. Dhanyabada.
Thank you so much, Suzuki-san, for that sporting spirit. Indeed, it is a pleasure to study at IIT Hyderabad. Now, the lady who needs no introduction. Ma'am, it is my utter privilege and honor to introduce you and invite you for your address. Thanks for being patient with us today morning. First of all, apology for that. Dr. Tamilisai Soundarajan took charge as Governor of Telangana on 8 September 2019 and happens to be the first woman to hold the position. She has a remarkable public and social service background spanning over 20 years. Dr. Soundarajan started her career as a medical practitioner. She's a gynecologist, and she has also done advanced courses like ultrasound and fetal therapy from Canada. She has worked as an assistant professor in Sri Ramachandra Medical College for 7 years and resigned on the journey to become a politician and serve the society. She nurtures great devotion towards public service, enhancement of living standards of common people with focus on health and education as a prime agenda. Dr. Tamilisai Soundarajan is a proud recipient of an international award titled International Rising Star of the Year 2018 by Multi-Ethnic Advisory Task Force USA. Ma'am, it's indeed a pleasure to have you here with us. We look forward to hearing from you.
A special good morning, good afternoon to each and everyone here. First of all, I thank our Honorable Prime Minister for dedicating so many developmental projects, particularly educational expansion of educational institutions. And I thank him for all the developmental activities in the great country of Bharat. Sri Suzuki Hiroshi, Ambassador of Japan to India, and I really appreciate his language spirit. He opened with the language of our Telugu as Namaskaram and Dhanyavadalu. Really appreciate his spirit. And he told, if you would have been a student, he would have been loved to study here. And I'm really happy to hear him. I am my respects to him. Dr. B.V.R. Mohan Reddy Garu, Chairman, Board of Governors, IIT Hyderabad. And when Professor Murthy mentioned that BOG Chairman Mohan Reddy Garu was the longest chairman, he told. According to me, I can add, he's the strongest chairman also. Because when I came for the previous program, the way he dealt with the students and how he is helping the students for innovation and helping them in entrepreneurship, it is highly appreciable. And I am really very happy. And my respects to Professor B.S. Murthy, Director, IIT Hyderabad. When we see a parent, mother, the mother will tell us, my child will walk like this. My child will talk like this. My child will dance like this. So when I see him, his body language, it is almost a mother seeing the institution growing. So my classrooms will be like this. My auditorium will be like this. My innovative hub life will be like this. So I am seeing a mother in him, seeing the institution growing and exactly expressing like a mother. See my institution, see the campus, and so many things are. And he told, our students are staying in the hostels, and when they come to the class, they will exemplify in their work, and they stay in the hostels also. I am surprised how they are staying in the hostel, because as medical students, when there is no class, immediately we will fly away. Then I thought the students are cool in the classes, cool in the hostels also, because he told some innovative procedures without any air conditions. Because of the water piping in the walls and the floors, the classrooms as well as the hostel rooms are cool. So in this institution, the students are cool, whether they are in the classrooms or they are in the hostels. So that ambience created by the institution is very, very important. Because students, and my respects to Ms. Imoto Sachiko, and Senior Vice President, JICA. And I really appreciate the JICA organization for helping us, whatever may be the developmental activities, particularly the infrastructure given to the students. In Tamil, Tirukural says, "Vellatthanayadu malarneetam, maandarku ullathanayadu uyarvu." You can see the water level, and the lotus will rise to the water level. When the water rises, lotus also rises. So like that, in our institution or in mindset as well as education, whatever may be the development, when we develop, like the lotus rises, the life also pattern of the students and the citizens also rises. So we have to improve the infrastructure. So like the water level increasing, so that the life pattern as well as the comforts of the citizens will be rising. So that is only our Hon'ble Prime Minister is doing. He is known for his lotus. So in Tamil it is saying it's a Vellatthanayadu malarneeta maandarku ullathanayadu uyarvu. And education, when it is given to a student, that confidence which is given to them, nothing is equal to that. Nowadays, I admire the students, particularly when students like IIT students. Before and all, we used to say, when we go to a house, the family will tell, "My father constructed this house." Nowadays, fathers are telling, "My son constructed this house and gave to me." So nowadays, the younger generation is taking the whole responsibility of the family. Why? Because of the education. But how the college campus transforms a student. In a lighter sense, I was reading an article. One student was telling, a school student was telling, what is the most irritating moment? Morning alarm. Most difficult situation, finding the socks of mine. Most dreadful journey, way to the classroom. It is not IIT Hyderabad classroom because it's very cool. Disturbances are. Lovely, most lovely moment. Why this sound is? Most lovely times meeting the friends. Most tragic moment, surprise test in the first period. And most wonderful news, teacher is absent. So a student is in that mindset. But when I was reading about the infrastructure, here also we have a good student faculty ratio. And our Hon'ble Prime Minister is very particular, as he said, after he became the Prime Minister, the number of NITs, number of IITs, number of IIMs has been increased to certain level. For example, 22 new universities in the Northeastern and one central university in Ladakh. So you imagine, mostly the Northeastern states were just ignored. 22 universities, and I'm very much surprised, 71 universities have moved to the world-class level universities for the first time in our country. Particularly of the introduction of new education, national education policy, NEP. So this only our Hon'ble Prime Minister said, moving the students from the classroom to the world scenario. because my students are very competent. They are competent, giving them the infrastructure. So only your Professor Murthy was telling, we allow them to break away. That's a breaking news today. Even they can break away, they can come again, and they can get the certificate. So now, as it is said, it is not classroom centric, it is student centric. When we were studying, we used to long, why it's only classroom centric? It is student centric. If a student is competent enough, he can complete it in a little earlier stage and he can go for other work, not like me completing MBBS and moving into politics. They can do whatever they want. But at the same time, the competence of the student is very much guided and guarded and awarded and rewarded. So these type of activities are really very good. And I have to say, after our Honorable Prime Minister became the Prime Minister, approximately 2 colleges set up every day since 2014. 2 colleges set up, because in remote areas also we are getting the colleges. So Honorable Prime Minister says, when education is given, for example, in a lighter sense, I always say, even in this campus, I have told, when I became the governor of Telangana, they immediately criticized, okay, how she is going to manage the newborn baby. I told, I am the gynecologist. I will manage the newborn baby. This is Telangana is a newborn baby. And when I was given an additional charge, then immediately told, okay, she managed the newborn baby Telangana, how she is going to manage Puducherry. I told, no, I am a gynecologist. If twin baby is born also, I will manage. So that confidence is given by my education. Because I'm a gynecologist, gynecologists are challenging profession. So night also you have to get up and morning also you have to get up. So only during Corona period also, we could manage. Particularly when Corona second phase was there, I was in Puducherry, governor's rule. And I again thank IIT Hyderabad for producing the low-cost respirator ventilators. And I particularly came here to visit that, and we got for Puducherry also. So most of the lives saved because of the IIT Hyderabad, because of the ventilators. As a doctor, I can laud that invention. So many things, because I am from that same profession, I can narrate that, and so many things are done. So the children are very fortunate, as said by the ambassador of Japan to India. So whoever may visit this campus, they will love to study in this campus. At the same time, the students should think, your parents have given you such opportunity by sacrificing their life. The teachers are teaching you with all their expertency. So we have to be not only ordinary students, we have to be extraordinary students. Because so many opportunities were not given to the students before. Now, when the country, when the institution gives you more opportunities, you have to grab the opportunities and you have to exemplify in your academic activities. So I'm really very happy to be here, even though it is delayed. You all should be very hungry, including me, because I have to, Mizoram people and the Arunachala people are waiting at Rajbhavan, Rajanivas, Puducherry. Actually, I was about to go to Puducherry. Morning, I celebrated the Arunachalam and Mizoram day. That also I have to take. Our Honorable Prime Minister had a unique idea, because the different state people are contributing to the development of other states. So each and every state formation day is celebrated in the Darbar Hall of Rajbhavan. So today we called all the Mizoram friends and the Arunachala Pradesh friends. I was very much surprised. So many IAS officers, IPS officers from Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh are working for the development of this state. So we called them and we had a celebration with them. Then I was about to move to Puducherry by catching the 10:40 flight, which directly goes to Puducherry. So again, this lunch period, I have to celebrate with the Arunachalam and Mizoram friends of Puducherry. But because of this program, I cancelled that and I directly landed here. And from here, through online, I am addressing them. So really, as it is said, whenever there is a call from IIT Hyderabad, I won't deny, because this is my campus. As I said, it's my country, it is my campus. Really, I appreciate, as I said, you're all, even whether it is Mohan Reddy Garu, whether it is Murthy Garu, they enjoy. I used to say the way they tell about this campus, no, they enjoy. Oh, we have done this, we have done that. That enjoyment is highly appreciable, and this is not for them. They all have come up in life in a very. They have crossed a longer way and they have attained the topmost position. But whatever the effort they are putting is for the younger generation. And my request is, the government is providing you with infrastructure and the institution is providing it with infrastructure. The students should give back to the country, whether it is with service or innovation. And they are very proud that IIT has occupied the 8th position in ranking in the whole country and 3rd position in innovation, because you are having Innovation Day, I believe. It is very unique, Innovation Day, because in Puducherry, we have a no bag day. The children are very happy because they are coming on every last day of the month, no bag at all. So they want to be very, then I asked one child, what about a bag? She told, no, I am very happy, but all the days bagless day means it will be very nice, she told. So that is the expectation of the younger children. And then nowadays, we have to move with them. And really, I'm very happy. And my appeal is to the students of this IIT. You are being supported by the country. You are being supported by your faculty, your professors, and you have to give back to the country and the institution in much better way, whatever may be the way, whether it is service or innovation or helping as alumni to the same institution. And my respects to each and everyone here. And it is a high time that we think about our country's development. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, we thoroughly enjoyed your remarks on no school, no bag day to Innovation Day. Indeed, a great pleasure to ma'am have you here and hear from you your personal experiences as a doctor. Thank you so much.
Professor KVLS, and if Sirish is here, all three of you, please come onto the dais. So these are the 3 deans, madam, who ensure that the campus is built through their hands. So I request, these are all dean plannings, please. And Ravindra Babu Garu, if possible, please come onto the dais.
Now is the time when we will unveil the plaque.
Are the 3 deans?
They're all coming. Come, quick.
Come.
Madam has to leave.
Yeah, the fight also.
Yeah, I know. Come. Ravindra Babu Garu. KVLS Garu, one of you can come.
Fight I got.
Thank you, madam. Thank
Take
you.
the one, so that it will come in the photo.
Sure.
Not blocked with it.
Okay.
Can I also request our Chairman Board of Governors to hand over a memento of gratitude to ma'am, please? Suviti is there to escort you, please. This day shall stand as a testimony to which tries to reinstill energy in all of us to serve the nation. We are grateful to the Prime Minister for this gesture. We are very thankful to the IITH fraternity, cannot emphasize it enough, for making this day happen. And of course, a lot of gratitude to ma'am to make it to this auspicious occasion to us. Now let us all raise for the national anthem. Request you all to please stand wherever you are.
Punjab.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good time today, and let us all dedicate.